Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers. But today we're going to be looking at doors, and more importantly we're going to be looking at custom doors. But to begin with, let's start simple, shall we? So to begin with, we have our basic doors in this game. We have a simple walking, like, human-based door. Human-based door. So first of all, we have a basic interior door. We all know these. Very simple, nothing wrong with them whatsoever. However, it's literally just big enough to fit a character in. Moving along, we have I actually can't remember what doors these are called. It's called just like, okay, sliding door. This is called, okay, it's just called a door. Sliding door. Sliding door is another very simple design. It fits the full block, and the door closes at one side. You can make very simple airlocks if you put another block here and close it off. Moving on, we have the offset door. The offset door is very similar to the door, however it is offset to half a block. Instead of being centered in the building grid, it's offset to the half armored block sort of scale. Moving along, we have, I believe, hatch doors. So we have the hatch door as the two full blocks, and we have the hatch door as the interior is a half block, and then the other one. And again, all these are well and good. Particularly these kind of doors are nice squares. They're quite easy to, fit something, probably 4 small blocks, 4x4 through. So you can definitely utilize them for things. Moving along, we have the gate. The gate is, of course, a much bigger block. If you want to, you can turn this on its side and place another one of these, like, so it'd fill in and you get a bigger size door. So that's pretty cool. But moving along, we have, of course, the airtight hangar doors. And they work, they've been in the game for ages, you know them. Basically, you place a block and it can extend 2 out. You can make big hangers with them. If you place them on the top and the bottom, you can have 4 blocks of freedom. So this was the original one, and then with the the Warfare DLCs, we got all the other 3. And yeah, very, very simple. But of course, that's not why you have come to this video. Oh, no. You've come to the video to find out about all the other custom doors. So, let's get straight on with that, shall we? Okay, so going to the first door, I wanted to go quite simple. Now this is basically about as simple custom door as you can make to a degree. It's a sliding door, but quite a thick sliding door with interlocking mesh teeth and nice sensor on top to auto open and close the door. Now, all custom doors, to a degree, are going to be a little bit glitchy, and that's to do with Clang and to do with the physics engine in the game. You're never going to get something completely perfect, or if you do, well done, but I guarantee you'll have it perfect a couple of times and then it'll start to break, and then, yeah, you'll have bad times. But I quite like it. Very simple door. Of course, on these panels that I have here, you can see there's just a black panel, and on the other side I added a couple of lines. You can do whatever you want with the style. I'm just showing the sort of mechanisms. And the mechanism is very, very simple. If I go round to the back, I actually thought I had I am a prepared YouTuber. There we go. Like this. It's literally as simple as having 2 pistons, or technically 4 pistons, all merged blocked together to give it a bit of extra strength. And this is the case on both sides. And then we have just a sensor plonked on top. Actually, the sensor is right here. And it shows within the range when you walk in the door, it extends, and when you walk out the door, it retracts. Or the other way around. Quite simple. Let's move on to the next door. Okay, so the next door I have is actually a really nice one. It is a revolving door. Again, this is just a personal door with a bit of extra flair. You can actually run through this at full speed, and as far as I'm aware, okay, it's a little bit out. I could make it a little bit faster, but this is a very stable design. You can definitely walk through it. Again, sensor powered, pretty nice. I like this door again. It was actually inspired by Andor, a Star Wars miniseries thing that they've done recently. I can post a little picture of the actual door that inspired me right there. And yeah, really cool door. I like it. And yeah, like I say, really simple. Let's move on to the next door, shall we? Okay, so this next door, I wanted to have a bit of fun. Plain and simple. I wanted to have a little bit of fun. So this door won't get opened by any automatically, because it's a bigger door, you know, it's for safety reasons. I can have lots of nice details, so I've placed all this stuff on it to make it look nice. You can have all the colours, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, I haven't spent too much time on this. If you wanted to, you could spend hours, I'm sure, using all these different types of blocks that we have in our inventories and using all the different bits and pieces. I'm sure you could probably use some LCD panels and have some actual displays instead of having to write in, but I've got some letters on here, you know. And you can do obviously a lot with colours. This door doesn't open with a sensor like you might typically imagine, like all the other ones where it's just if you're in the range it opens. I decided to do a little bit more fun. Instead of just designing a door, I actually designed a little mechanism to actually be able to open it. So this is like a little face scanner, or like eye retina scanner or something. So you've got to go up, get sensed by it, and the door opens. We've got some flashing lights, we've got some alarms going off to tell you that you've opened a door. And of course, what could we possibly be hiding but the plushies? Very cool. Opens, or will close in the exact same way after a little bit of time. Cool. And I don't want to have to reopen the door, but you know, quite simple. Nice door. Bit more of a gate than a door. Starting to get a bit bigger. Yeah, let's move on to the next door, shall we? Alright, so the last door for today is a garage-inspired door, shall we say. So if I click, there's no fancy things on this one, but if I click this button here, the door will lower down, caught in the rail, and just proceed to go all the way down to the bottom. As you can see there. Now, it's got grooves on all sides, so you can't just like push the door. It technically does wobble a bit, you can see. You can't move it enough to be able to get out. It's locked in enough places. And from the external, it looks pretty good. If you wanted to, you could cover all of these with panels. So if I wanted to, I could get some panels and place them like there, and it wouldn't affect the use in the slightest. But I just like to be able to see through it a little bit. And then you press the button again, and it just goes all the way up to the top. Now I can show this mechanism in action. It is as simple as a rotating bar winding up like a chain. And it'll stop just there, just below the entrance. And I think that's a really nice door. You'll have to let me know what you think of all these designs, because as always, I want to know what you think of them, you know? And how you would use them, what builds you would use them in. I recommend you only ever build, or a lot of these kind of builds that you'd only use on a base or a station. I wouldn't recommend you use them on any kind of moving grids, because having literally just floppy things relying on gravity, probably not the best on like a big rover base or something, but you know, I am quite happy with these designs. Now, all of these designs I show you take a long time to build, and not all of them work out. So here we have a couple, we've got basically 3 that didn't work out, but I want to show you them to see if you can maybe make them work. So the first design was, it was actually another iteration on the garage, so the last one we just showed here. So in this case, it would be a literal piston that just pushes this down. It goes basically, I can delete these. There we go. It just follows the channel down and closes the door. That would happen on both sides. However, Space Engineers works in a bit of a weird way where you can push it, but then it will might get stuck. It might just randomly clog up and lift one axis higher. This is about as fast as you can go without everything breaking. You can see here, it just starts to zigzaggy, and then it goes off track. Huh. But you can see what I mean. It's not perfect. So if you can get a design like that to work well, let me know. The next thing that I try to do that I just can't get to work, and I would have loved it if this actually did work. So the idea for this is almost like a vault door, but like one of those. So it plans on being like a wheel that rotates into the spot, leaving like, you know, a seamless line. But it just doesn't work. Okay, it really doesn't work. But yeah, so the idea was like you'd have pistons that push in, and then you'd rotate on a point, and like it would spin, and then basically that would get, actually no, it'd be that spot would get to there by the time the door closed, and then it'd like roll out the way. Another really cool design, but I couldn't get to work without it just sort of sticking, clanging, and just not working. And then the last design, which I almost got perfect, but not quite happy with. So this is a door where you can technically walk through it without much issue. I recommend you probably put this step on the other side as well. And then you press the button, and it closes 4 points. Just like that. However, I see pistons. Now, I tried to resolve it a little bit by putting these corners bits on. But, you know, I now tried to make it flush, and it just sticks. Like when I open this one, you can see these panels are sticking, everything's sticking. If I delete these blocks, and it magically moves a bit. Don't know what's even gunking this one up. Maybe it's on this side. Yeah. And it's just the annoying bit of Space Engineers that just doesn't quite make it work. It'd be so nice if you could have like a flush, because I love that. Seeing that close, all the 4 quadrants close together is cool, but you can't win them all. We did get some designs done. I know at the end of the day, it's me trying to show you mechanisms to inspire you to make designs, as I like to do. It's not so much showing you this is the only doors you can ever make in this game. No, this is just inspiring you. So I hope that you have taken some knowledge from this video. And I hope you are inspired to make some custom doors, even if you make a door as simple as this and just make a really cool looking door. By all means, go on. See what you can come up with. And if you do come up with anything really cool, don't forget you can join the Discord, link in the video description down below. And we have a point on there where you can post your pictures. Post any pictures that you have made, any of your blueprints. It doesn't have to be a door, it could be anything you've built in this game. You can even upload your blueprints to the Steam Workshop or the Mod.io if you're on the Xbox. And you can post the links in there for other people to check out if you really want to. Or you just join the Discord if you want to hang out with other people that enjoy Space Engineers as much as you or I do. But yeah, self-promotion over. Apart from, you know, subscribe to the channel and all that. That's going to end today's video. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you learned anything, as always, go building. My name is Being Quantum Chief, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!